One of the biggest and most successful Trinidadian carnival bands is called Tribe. You can't understand Carnival without understanding the band. So we're about to go inside and meet the owner of the infamous Tribe. Come on, follow me. All right, my brother, can you do me a favor and introduce yourself to my amazing viewers?
Hi, I'm Dean Akin, the CEO of the Tribe Group.
Question for you, but like, you have one of the most successful and the largest bands in Carnival. What's the secret?
I guess paying attention to what the masqueraders want and trying to create that fun, memorable experience in the world.
Yeah.
Innovation is one of our pillars. So every year we try to innovate, do stuff differently, keep it fresh. But at the end of the day, you need to listen,
Right.
right? And whatever they want, you need to make every effort to give up. And that's what we have been successful in doing.
So clearly, like, you have a successful business, right? But like, what made you decide to take something like Carnival, what's known for being something fun and cultural, and be like, hey, you know what? Let me actually make this into a business. What gave you that aha moment?
Good question.
Yeah.
You know, in life, and I guess a lot of people would have gone through this. You're going on one path, and something happens, and you just take it to a different path. I had never planned to get into Carnival when I left school. I was a banker, and I was going on that route, and I got a taste of it.
Yes.
Together with my family. We had a section in the previous big band, Old Poisey, and the timing was right. I think it was time for change, and what Tribe was able to do was to introduce and pioneer all-inclusive mass. So Carnival back in the day was a little different, but we introduced paying one price and getting any and everything in the room: food, drink, amenities, a lunch park, entertainment. And I think that's the point at which people realized this is what we want.
Yeah. Makes sense. So if somebody wants to join Tribe next year for Carnival, what's the price tag?
It varies between men and women. Could be around 700 US for the men and maybe around 1,000 US for the ladies. But I have to remind people that's not for the costume. That's for the entire 2-day experience.
Okay.
Where you get everything under the sun.
Okay. What about with the costume? Do you guys also offer costumes as well, or?
Of course, you get the costume with it, plus the entire experience. The music, the food, the drink, the cool zones, the rest buses, the shuttles, you name it, you get it for 2 days on the route.
For $1,000?
Yeah, US. Yeah.
It's not bad.
But quite often people say, it's $1,000 for a costume. That's because back in the day, all you got was a costume. But we changed that experience. We changed the whole dynamic.
Okay.
All right. So I'm trying to change the narrative 20 years later. But people still say, oh my God, $1,000 for a costume. No, you do not get a costume. You get an entire experience. It's comparing a standard hotel to Sandals.
Okay.
Or an all-inclusive resort.
Right.
You pay one price, you get everything under the sun.
It makes sense. That's affordable. I'm gonna have to join Tribe next year.
I thought you were there this year.
I mean, I was amongst it, but next year I gotta be a warrior. Like a real.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So like this year was big, right? Was this your biggest year? But how many people were in the band this year?
It was over 4,000 people.
4,000 people.
Yeah. It was big. It wasn't our biggest year.
Okay.
But you can't go too big in this business, right? You want to be able to manage the experience on the road.
Yes.
You want to be able to deliver what you promise,
Right.
to the masqueraders. So it's really important you keep the band at a manageable size.
Quality over quantity.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's another pillar
Okay.
of ours.
Would you say that you were able to create wealth through the business of Carnival?
I think over the years, we do run it like a business. Yes, Carnival is traditional, it's historical, it goes way back, um, but it's evolving, it's changing. A lot of people are getting into it for the business aspect, but I mean, the truth is, we got into it because we loved it,
Right.
right? And we happen to make a business out of it. You happen to be successful,
Yeah.
um, you know, and yeah, over time, I mean, it takes time to build wealth,
Yeah.
and if it happens through your business, it's good for you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. So, how do you feel like Carnival really impacts the country financially?
Oh, I think in a big way. Even though oil and gas is the main money burners for Trinidad and Tobago, I think our carnival, the festival itself, brings in a lot of foreign exchange. A lot of people that come into the country for that 2 week period because there are lots of events, which of course climaxes in the carnival itself.
Right.
Okay, but there's a lot to do and see for those 2 to 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
And it's growing. To be honest with you, we're seeing more and more visitors coming to play mass.
Yes.
People who have never heard of Trinidad before, never heard of Trinidad Carnival.
Yes.
They're coming in. They're coming in, and so I think the word is getting out there to the world.
Yeah.
Trinidad Carnival. That's the mecca of Carnival. That's where Carnival was born.
Yeah.
And you need to experience it at least once in your life.
Yeah.
To put that on your bucket list.
I agree. This is my first one. I've never
Oh,
experienced
really?
nothing like this. It was a movie.
Exactly.
So leading into that, right? Last question. 10 years from now, okay? How do you see Carnival looking in 10 years? Like, what does that look like to you?
Wow. Would I be there in 10 years? This is a question. I'm hoping it continues to evolve.
Yeah.
It continues to grow, and I hope it all goes well for the country, Trinidad and Tobago, because this is where Carnival was born.
Yes.
There are carnivals in other Caribbean territories. There are carnivals or Caribbean style carnivals across the world, but this is where Carnival was born, and I'm hoping the country 10 years from now can say, you know what, we've developed it into a festival destination,
Yes.
and the world comes to see it.
Yes. Yes. Well, listen, my brother, I appreciate you. Keep being an inspiration, right? Keep being that example, and just like continue having the most successful band in these Trinidad Carnival streets. And God bless.
God bless you too. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can you do me a favor and introduce yourself to my amazing viewers?
My name is Sheldon Stephen. I am the owner and founder of the Laby Group of Companies. Yeah.
So tell me, brother, like, what types of businesses and what industries are you a part of within your group?
Heavily into real estate. We do a lot of developments, land development, housing developments. Heavily into entertainment. I produce my own events, and I own a production company. People know me as the lights boss. They know me as the stage boss in Trinidad. We do some of the larger events in Trinidad and throughout the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We work in 17 different islands throughout
Wow.
the year.
Wow.
So we were here for Carnival,
Yes.
which was a very heavy part of the season for us. And then, as carnivals come along up the islands, we will go across.
Yes.
So we already have bookings in Barbados and St. Vincent and so forth, so forth.
Wow.
So yeah.
I love how like diversified your business is, and you're not just a local business; you're a global business.
Yeah,
right?
well, regional for now, but we do work we do work in the US as well.
Okay.
Miami, New York.
Yeah.
For now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. So tell me this: I heard you dropped out of school when you were a teenager,
Yeah.
and you took the risk on becoming a business owner.
Well,
Like-
yeah. So I was doing my business degree.
Okay.
And so I had some opportunities came about with a job. So it looked attractive, and I said, you know what, let me try it.
Yeah.
And then so I started to do that. After a couple of weeks, I realized just not feeling right. Not feeling like what I want to do.
Yes.
And then simultaneously, I started in this cell phone selling scenario back then. It was more like a house-to-house situation where, you know, it started to become very attractive in terms of the profitability.
Yes.
And, you know, being 17 years and starting to make money, it sort of definitely opened up my eyes to, I should do this on a regular.
Yes.
And that's what really propelled me to start up my own company
Yes.
back then. And then, you know, I went from selling cell phones sort of door to door
Yes.
to open my first store. And then back then Digicel was now coming into Trinidad, and I was the youngest dealer.
Wow.
At the age of 18.
Wow.
I got my contract with Digicel to franchise, that is. And we opened, I believe it was 10 locations
Okay.
through with Digicel,
Yes.
being a franchisee, and then everything just started to move forward from there
Yeah.
very rapidly.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 10 locations and just,
Yeah.
just moving and grooving.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, how old were you when you made your first million?
I would say 19.
Wow.
19.
19 years old, you made your first million.
Yeah, I made my first million at 19, and then, you know, I've been making some since then.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. So I heard that, you know, you literally went from $15,000, right, to be able to build $1 million empire. Like, what did you do differently? Like, what happened?
Definitely, I stayed focused, you know. Being a teenager growing up, you always have a lot of distractions, you know, a lot of friends wanting to just be teenagers.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, back then I just remembered always staying level-headed and always, you know, pulling myself back. Because, you know, somebody will be like, oh, let's go party.
Yes.
Or let's go do this. So let's always fun things.
Yes.
You know, things that somebody would just sort of get carried away with. And I sort of stayed focused. Definitely, that's one thing that kept me or made me successful today, is staying focused.
Yes.
The other thing is a very, very, I would say resilient, like in terms of a very persistent, you know. I never take no for an answer.
Yeah.
You know, if something seems like it's not going to work out, I will figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
And I think these different traits is what really, you know, propelled me forward.
Yeah.
And then, of course, from my company going from cell phones into real estate, then into entertainment and into stage production, you know, I always believe in diversifying.
Yes.
Because, you know, when one thing fails, you just don't want to be in that, like, if I was only in cell phones,
Yes.
you know, the cell phone industry now has changed drastically.
Yes.
You know, even just in Trinidad, our government took off duties. It made cell phones very accessible. You could just bring down your own cell phones. It's not, and then, of course, we also have a US shortage in Trinidad, so it's difficult to get US to buy cell phones. So, you know, that business on the whole became a difficult business.
Right.
Not that profitable, so forth. So,
You have to learn how to pivot.
yeah, definitely. So with that said, I was happy that even at a young age, I still diversified.
Yes.
You know, because I've been in many different businesses, you know, some successful, some failed.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, we just move on.
Yeah.
And we keep going.
They say you gotta fail forward.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, a lot of people, they try to avoid failure, but it's almost like a prerequisite for success.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you do 10 things and
Yeah.
you fail at 9,
Yeah.
you have one successful thing. Huh?
All you
So,
need is one.
all you need is one.
Yeah. So they say Trinidad is one of the richest Caribbean countries.
Correct.
Would you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah. So I did my research, right?
Right.
They say you have like around 60 million assets.
Right.
That's what they say.
Right.
Okay. Would you say that a lot of your success is a tribute to Trinidad's economy?
Yes. I mean, you know, most of my wealth were built here. So, I mean, I definitely have to say yes and no. Our economy is not the greatest, right? But it is good.
Yes.
It's better than a lot other Caribbean countries, I would say.
Yes.
But even here, you still need to put in the work. You know, it's not like, you know, I've some business associates in different countries, and just speaking to them, it seemed like it's so much easier
Yes.
to generate wealth in those countries because of, you know, many different things.
Yes.
And in Trinidad, yes, we have a good economy, but you still definitely need to put in a lot of work.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of challenges too with
Yeah.
our economy.
Yeah.
You know, and I would mention the U.S. challenge as well is something plaguing us for a while.
Yeah.
So definitely, many businesses struggle with that U.S. scenario. You know.
Okay.
So,
I heard you say that Trinidad needs to have pretty much the same way Bahamas has the Atlantis. Trinidad needs to have their own version of their Atlantis.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, that was a dream of mine, you know. But as time go by, I think definitely I would see something like Atlantis working amazing in Tobago.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need to work on our tourism first.
Yes.
You know, I think our whole country is focused on oil and gas because that's where historically a lot of our money came from.
Right.
You know, and it's still coming from oil and gas.
Yes.
So I think as of recent times, you know, I've been seeing more things in tourism happening. And hopefully, you know, we have a new government in power, you know, recently appointed. I don't know what their focus is, but I would hope that they focus heavily on tourism because just as many other Caribbean countries, Trinidad could be a location,
Yeah.
destination,
Yeah.
you know.
I agree.
It is already,
Yeah.
but just with more attractive venues and, you know, hotels and stuff like that, tourists would come from all over.
Yeah.
We have a direct flight from, I believe, is Germany. I'm not too sure how often it comes to KLM. So we have the avenue.
Yes.
We need to create a little more.
Yeah. No, I agree. I look forward to seeing Trinidad go that next level.
Yeah. I mean, you were here for a couple of days. What do you
Yeah.
think about Trinidad?
Listen, all I need to have is another doubles, and I'm probably gonna move in like tomorrow.
I see you had bacon shack,
Yes.
you had roti,
Yes.
you had doubles.
Yes. Bus up
You
shot.
had any Creole food?
No.
No,
I had some
no?
Chinese
You had Chinese?
Trini food yesterday.
Okay.
That was good.
Local Trinity Chinese is very good too.
Yes.
So I mean, I would say, I travel a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, probably not as much as you, but I do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Trinidad has really good food
No,
compared to the rest of the world.
I put in it's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So, last question.
Mm-hmm.
Last question. You've already created a lot of success, right? 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
10 years from now, I would like to be global. Like, you know, I think we're regional right now.
Yeah.
But I would like to be global. I think based on the different businesses I own and more so in entertainment, I feel like this Caribbean boy could make some waves
Yes.
in different countries. You know, I see it in the U.S., even in Brazil. I mean, there's a lot of talent, but I feel like I could go there and create some new
Yeah.
new avenues. So definitely my goal in the next 10 years is to try to become as global as possible.
Yeah.
And, you know, also mentor. You know, I want to help the next generation
Yes.
understand that you could make it, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to come from a rich background. You just really need dedication,
Yeah.
you know, perseverance, and you can make it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, now that I'm a little older, you know, people always meet me and they're like, oh, I know you, I saw you here, you know, and definitely I want to try to mentor the next generation and
Yeah.
let them know that they can make it too.
Can you mentor me?
I don't think you need any mentoring.
Nah, I need all the mentoring I can get. Yeah, I can learn a lot from you.
I'll give you a 2 pointers.
That's all I need. My brother, I appreciate you. Keep being an inspiration. Keep being an example on just what's possible. And, you know, just being an island boy from humbling, beginnings to be able to build just a
a grand empire is just, it's really amazing to see.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely a lot of hard work, but I mean, you know, as they say, hard work pays off in the end.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, brother. God bless
Nice
you.
meeting
All right, guys, listen, I cannot believe it. Literally, today is the last day, and I'm about to run to the airport. Listen, my time in Trinidad and Tobago has been absolutely amazing. From the carnival, to the food, to meeting some amazing entrepreneurs and just cultural leaders, to meeting the former prime minister. I mean, listen, when it comes to visiting a country, I probably couldn't have asked for a better experience than this one. And listen, stay tuned for the next adventure, because it doesn't just stop here. The adventure continues on. Let's go.